Hello to the St. Cecilia School community. My name is Lydia Torres, and together with Estela Valdez, we have the honor of leading this mighty little school. Let me begin by saying thank you for entrusting your children to us. This year has presented us with many opportunities, as well as a few mountains to climb. So remember the story of the little engine that could? Let's revisit that for a moment. It is the story of a train filled with toys for boys and girls. The train breaks down before reaching them, and a little blue train agrees to help the stranded toys. Even though she is small, she knows that she has never been over the mountain, but yet has the ability to accomplish this task. So the moral is, believe in yourself. This is the first step to accomplishing great things. St. Cecilia School is doing great things. We are working hard to deliver for our children, and we are going over the mountain because we believe in ourselves. Today, we want to share some of our successes with you. In the summer of 2020, we first learned about synchronous learning, which is teaching students online and in person at the same time. This little school said learning is a lifelong process, so teachers signed up for professional workshops and became acquainted with Microsoft Teams and other online resources, and we were ready for the start of school in August of 2020. The academic program was blossoming in new ways. St. Cecilia School provided a nurturing environment where children continued to learn. We purchased new reading and science books that provided online resources. As we continued, we were also noticing that students, teachers, and families were so patient with each other, even when the technology didn't quite work out as planned. We stayed the course, and this little school persevered. Next, we saw creativity blossoming everywhere as we were figuring out how to hold traditional school events. Instead of a Halloween party, we had an outdoor Halloween parade with parents in the parking lot cheering us on. Instead of canceling the Christmas program, we had a virtual Christmas show so that families were able to snuggle up with each other in their front rooms with a cup of hot chocolate and some popcorn and enjoy the show together. Instead of no outside speakers for Read Across America, we had a Dr. Seuss Spirit Week and brought a children's author in to speak to the students virtually. We continued to reinvent our partnerships too. St. Cecilia's partnered with DISD's TAG High School along with Cistercian Prep School, and high school students initiated an online STEM challenge night for our students. Mrs. Valdez set up a partnership with 12 Hills Nature Center, and when everyone else wasn't having a field trip, we walked down the street to this outdoor center to learn more about the native ecology in Oak Cliff and to understand the importance of Mother Nature. We continue to surprise ourselves in other areas too. In fundraising, we initiated a social media campaign and raised close to $50,000 on North Texas Giving Day. And students continue to be engaged in online competitions such as the Tri-Core Foundation competition and Destination Imagination. Community has always been an important part of who we are at St. Cecilia's. We began the year with a family Zoom night with over 70 people present. Next, we met with our parents in small groups to find out that Catholic values and a sense of family were the most important things they were looking for in a school. Faith has always been the glue that ties us together. Parents voiced that the academics were a given, but more importantly, that St. Cecilia School teachers and staff walk alongside each child, guiding them towards becoming a good person. Finally, I want to share a story with you of a young man I met last August. He is a representative for the maintenance company we do business with. During our conversations, he introduced himself, and I realized I had been his teacher over 25 years ago. We both laughed and talked about those years and the students who were his classmates. Then he became quiet and serious, and he shared with me that had it not been for St. Cecilia's, he probably would not be with us today. I probed a bit more to find out what he meant, and he shared with me that his teachers and the other students had made a deep impression on him, and they had created strong relations. We provided him with a strong academic foundation, and we helped to remind him of his own self-value and the love that God has for each and every one. So 30 years later, he gives credit to this mighty little school that placed him back on the path to becoming a good person and using his God-given talents for the good of all. I want to thank you for joining us this school year. It has been filled with opportunities for joy, patience, creativity, resiliency, and reminding us that learning is truly a lifelong process. As one family, we are moving forward on the path to becoming saints and scholars. Thank you for choosing St. Cecilia's School for your children.